Infinity. Elimina al equipo enemigo. ¡Qué golpe! Tomaste liderato. Quedan 5 minutos. ¡Cinco muertes para ganar! Asesino de Infinity. Elimina al equipo enemigo. juego, victoria.
Asesino.
Primer golpe.
Vas en primer lugar.
Venganza.
Racha asesina.
Venganza.
Quedan 5 minutos. Fin del juego.
Asesino de Infinity. Tomaste liderato. Fin del juego. Victoria. Elimina al equipo.
Vamos al punto, amigos. Precio de Bitcoin $35,600 aproximadamente. Precio de Binance, precio en 4 horas. Es decir, cada velita es de 4 horas. Pendiente positiva, direccionalidad alcista desde este punto para el precio de Bitcoin. Eso es muy bueno y te lo digo porque nosotros compramos aquí. Y no te lo estoy diciendo hoy. Por ejemplo, te lo dije ayer en el streaming cuando nosotros estábamos analizando el precio, ¿de acuerdo? Te lo dejo en pantalla, el movimiento de Bitcoin es alcista. Cualquier movimiento de caída rápida que sea del precio, como este que estuvo aquí, son zonas de compra y no son zonas de venta. El tiempo que había que esperar ya pasó. Lo que sigue es un movimiento alcista para ir a vender a la zona de ventas y agarrar profit. Ojo, importante, los que estamos comprados por los 32,000, 33,000 dólares aproximadamente, la zona de profit yo la mantengo, es decir, yo no estoy comprando para quedarme con esos Bitcoin. Yo estoy llegando a mi zona de venta. Zona de venta que no es una zona que me la está inventando. De hecho, ya habíamos dicho, la zona de 31 y 33 son para comprar y la zona de venta va a estar cerca de los $37,000. Entre más cerca estés de los 36,500 o $37,000 es para vender. Yo, como algunas personas me dicen, Jaime, que Bitcoin no se vende. No lo vendas, ¿de acuerdo? Yo compré aquí y voy a vender aquí. Y eso es todo lo que me interesa saber. De hecho, estoy contemplando tomar ganancias lo más cerca que pueda por acá. Ahora bien, vamos a verlo en el gráfico de 1 hora también a Bitcoin, porque si tú lo ves, direccionalidad alcista, pendiente positiva, a partir de aquí el movimiento es alcista y sigue teniendo fuerza y direccionalidad. Por lo cual, yo bajista a Bitcoin donde está, no lo veo, el precio puede seguir subiendo más. Vamos bajista, pendiente de 1 hora también por los 37,000. Amigos, rápidamente buscando adivinanzas acá y yo te decía 170. Al canal.
Lamp oil, rope, bombs, you want it? It's yours, my friend, as long as you have enough rubies. Sorry, Link, I can't give credit. Come back when you're a little, richer.
Hey guys, so this is the top 10 most disappointing games of 2020. I don't normally make these, but there were so many. Thank you for watching. Hopefully, click those links.
Me. Accessories define my style, my phone, my watch.
I've seen what you call freedom. And the only
Upgrade your style with
You could have been great. Y'all could have been something, especially in a year where we needed you most. But no, you fucked it up. These are a top 10.
Asesino.
Golpe.
Vas en primer lugar. Fin del juego.
List of the most disappointing games of 2020. Number 10.
I've seen what you call freedom. And the only freedom I want is with these people. My allies. My friends.
Disintegration, a first release from a new developer basically promising us the world. The previous titles that this developer and talent in this developer had made, stuff like former Bungie developers, Halo co-creator Marcus Leto, they would helm this new company with tons of talent from all across the space.
Asesino. Perdiste el primer lugar.
Venganza.
Empatado en primer lugar. Vas en primer lugar.
Venganza.
Vas en primer lugar. Racha asesina. Quedan 5 minutos.
Venganza. Venganza. Venganza.
Fin del juego.
Their new game, Disintegration, a unique first-person game where players take control of grav cycles, which are, allow them to see an up-high view of the battles, where the battles are unfolding, and then they'd be able to issue commands to allies below. Basically, a unique combination of first-person shooter and real-time strategy, both things I'm a big fan of. Unfortunately, the final result was lukewarm at best.
The irony of Disintegration's failure is that it's the brainchild of one of the Halo co-creators, and it just never ever manages to find a compelling 30-second loop. Every component that goes into that loop is compromised, and the sum of the whole is less than zero.
Shallow mechanics, one-trick pony, lifeless, sadly unpolished in many aspects. Making things worse, the game's multiplayer dried up so damn quick, it was nearly impossible to find a match. So much so that the developer announced that multiplayer support was coming to an immediate end by November 17th.
I hope this studio goes on to make another game, because it would be a genuine shame if their maiden game was also their last. I say all of this because Disintegration really blows, and it blows at such a fundamental level that there's no amount of patching or updating that can fix what's broken here.
A sad misfire that could have been something truly unique and great. This studio might yet still put out a fantastic game, but this one isn't the one, and surely will be forgotten quicker than you can say What? What was I talking about?
This will certainly get some attention.
Number 9.
So what the hell happened? Here, take this.
They fucking killed me. What? And they burned my fucking house down.
Son of a bitch.
Mafia 2 had a disaster of a release. A complete mess. Bugs, glitches, stupid as hell AI, frame drops galore in this, and weird ass physics just destroyed this once great GTA gangster alternative. What a huge lack of effort here, and for the life of me, I can't figure out why. Because the game actually has a great story. Sure, it's linear and single player and all that jazz, but when I first played the game, I freaking loved it. So what the hell happened here? Why the disrespect? just a sloppy as hell PC release, and you may get slightly cleaner graphics and a little bit better shadows, but it wasn't worth all the other technical issues presented here. A remaster is supposed to make the game run smoother, not worse.
You guys see him? You guys see him? You guys see him? You guys see him? You guys see him?
You're a terrible fucking shot.
You guys see him?
Luckily, Mafia 1, the first one, the definitive edition of that remake, was at least in better shape than this one was. Go play that one, not this one. What a disappointment. Number 8. A lot right, but it's just unpolished. Watch Dogs Legion.
Asesino. Primer golpe. Vas en primer lugar. Perdiste el primer lugar. Venganza. Aguafiestas. Empatado en primer lugar. Perdiste el primer lugar. Quedan 5 minutos. Venganza. Aguafiestas. Venganza. Fin del juego.
This, for us, was one of the most repetitive, disappointing games of the year. I expected Watch Dogs Legion to have, I don't know, some more fun outside of its one gimmick.
Granny Theft Auto was kind of how the game started for us. We were stealing cars and fighting gang members, smooshing people with drones, hacking everything, and finding new grannies to add to the squad was an absolute treat. The low mobility grannies shuffling about with tasers and defibrillator.
Because it's boring, all right? And that gimmick was its saving grace. If you do play this one, and you haven't already, play it on sale, and do what we...
Dirty little pervert. It's a uniform! I'm sorry!
You're disgusting.
I'm not a pervert!
Number 5.
Asesino de Infinity. Prepárate para ganar. Quedan 5 minutos. De victoria. Fin del juego. Victoria.
What are you, insane? Yes. No! I am defeated. You big smelly willy. That's what you get for acting to Mickey, Virginia. Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. Why, while again, by no means a bad game, and it's not on the worst list, Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, the next-gen RPG Dragon Ball experience, was without a doubt disappointing in the end. It could have been so much more. I hate it that it seems like Gundam and Dragon Ball Z games in particular always get the short end of the stick in licensing. It seems like the lower tier teams still getting their chops are put in charge of developing these games.
Oh, you son of a bitch. The cars can go there, but I can't jump.
There are just so many recycled elements, the same lazy shit over and over, a complete and total lack of innovation.
Might cause some trouble later. Best to deal with this now.
Godzilla is approaching the generator. The generator is losing
Might
power.
cause some trouble later.
Generator is
Best to
losing
deal with
power.
this now.
Godzilla is approaching the generator. The generator is
Might cause
losing
some
power.
trouble later. Best to deal
Godzilla
with
is
this
approaching
now.
the generator. The generator is losing power.
Godzilla is approaching the generator. The generator is losing power.
Might cause some trouble later. Best to deal with this now.
In this game that it would have given it the right to truly call itself an open world RPG. It's just not there. It's empty feeling, it's basically non-stop fetch quests, and nothing really worth doing here. It's the same old stuff. And outside of the main story, it just sucks. Flying around and collecting orbs with the awkward flying controls.
In short time, your fate will be sealed, Superman.
Look, had it stayed in the oven for a while longer and had the cook decided to add a little bit of fucking flavor and flair, this game could have risen to the top very easily, especially with my love of the franchise. But god damn it, it's been decades now. It's time for these guys to step up and really give us the game we've been waiting for in the Dragon Ball license. Not these half-measure stopgaps that feel more like a way of holding on to the license contractually rather than truly showing it the justice that it deserves.
Oh, boom! Who the fuck would shit in side quests like this? Why do you keep putting shit in side quests? I'm sick of this. Okay, come on. This side quest is gonna be awesome. I can feel it. Oh, not the me! Not the me! It's not the me!
And why spend countless hours writing and developing these quests and putting them in but when you give them no impact on the game itself, when you turn these in, you get a pathetic amount of experience compared to just following the main storyline where you get an insane amount of experience.
What? Jesus Christ, see, this is exactly what I was talking about. I was hoping that,
Asesino.
Primer golpe. Vas en primer lugar. Vas en primer lugar. Venganza. El primer lugar. Venganza. Empatado en primer lugar. Quedan 5 minutos. Perdiste el primer lugar. Venganza. Empatado en primer lugar. El primer lugar. Venganza. Venganza. Empatado en primer lugar. Queda un minuto. Vas en primer lugar. Racha asesina. Quedan 30 segundos. Quedan 10 segundos. Fin del juego.
Fortune teller?
Yeah, you kill.
I got 141.
Total?
See, that's why I don't like some of these side quests.
Number 4.
$4.
Moss? What is this? Mossed. You can put some, you can fucking put moss? You can fucking put moss? You can fucking put moss. 137,000 credits where you're grinding and grinding and grinding.
Johnson, those are not real players. They have generic faces, no equipment. That's not Latavius Murray. That's not his face. He has no.
It's the same old fucking shit with barely a tiny graphics upgrade. Nothing like what you'd hope or expect. A lack of polish. The same fucking bugs and glitches in the game for years. Screwed up physics issues, performance problems, and nothing in the way of new story content or for single player or actual major gameplay improvements. So much so that even fans were fucking sick of it and were tagging NFL Drop EA on Twitter to the silent NFL, who is likely just as bad and as guilty as EA themselves.
Asesino. Primer golpe. Vas en primer lugar. Perdiste el primer lugar. Venganza. Empatado en primer lugar. Vas en primer lugar. Venganza. Vas en primer lugar. Venganza. Racha asesino.
Quedan 5 minutos.
Venganza. Venganza.
Queda 1 minuto.
Venganza.
Fin del juego.
Themselves as destroying simulation football and milking their fans stuck in this fucking monopoly forever to living hell and back. Worse and worse, they have the fucking audacity to charge $70 because it's a next-gen games without doing any of the fucking work to earn that price hike. You can take this garbage and shove it right up your ass, EA. I'm fucking tired of your shit. Fuck Madden, fuck Tiburon and EA each and every fucking year. This shit is not gonna change. I'm fucking done. And I'm dead. Your arm is, you've just chopped my head off. You've literally...
Are you gonna do something?
Resident Evil 3. Riding high off their success in 2019 with the remake of Resident Evil 2, I was so hyped for the next game in the series. As I had never finished playing the original Resident Evil 3, I was hoping it would be done justice as before and expanded on in awesome, great ways like the previous remaster of Resident Evil 2. Unfortunately, what resulted here was far from my hopes. Undercooked, excessively short, cut corners, and really annoying boss battles.
Building, please. Yes, sir. Bonk.
Oh shit!
That should do it.
Okay.
Maybe?
Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me! Excuse me!
Maybe he needs to be like a centimeter away from the mine. That's what it is.
Primer golpe.
Vas en primer lugar.
Resident Evil 3 just sucked in comparison to 2. Sure, the graphics and characters looked great in 2020, but its gameplay seriously lagged behind.
Damn it. Come on!
You threw a creature away. Dead.
What'd you buy? You bought it in like 2 seconds?
Yeah.
I'll buy you some time.
Even to the point where it changed many things for the worse. This in stark contrast to, again, what the remaster of Resident Evil 2 got right. This one just felt fake, hollow, and unfortunately not worth its asking price. Capcom even tried to put in a multiplayer mode to add value, but this too quickly fizzled out as a failed, restrictive, frustrating experiment.
Unlocking the security panel in here.
What?
Who's got the security card?
I don't know what is happening. I think it's the game is bugging out because it's too fucking close to the goddamn...
I'm at the next Biocore and it's not open.
We would have much rather have had a more fully fleshed out and improved Resident Evil 3 main game than this side diversion that frankly is not very good. Or could probably not be very good, ever.
Wait, is that a baddie? Why is this dog so big? What is going on? Why is everything frozen?
Did you get disconnected?
Yes.
What a huge disappointment and an unfortunate misstep from Capcom, who's been killing it lately. Last year they killed it, the year before they were doing great. I only hope that they recover super quick, which looks to be the case with Resident Evil 8. That big woman. Oh yeah. Say it louder! Oh! Alright. I guess. You wanna do this? Fine. Run!
Number 2.
shot itself.
Fuck! This is the kind of shit we're gonna fucking deal with. All I did was pick up a rock. And I crashed. No fucking rocks.
What do you think? This is a full...
Hulk crash! Don't make me angry! Avengers? You don't wanna like me when I'm angry! You wouldn't like me when I'm angry! Fuck! I gotta do the fucking shit. I'm not doing that again.
Do you have to do it?
Marvel's Avengers. Avengers? More like rip-off Revengers.
Oh shit, it's the Avengers! No! We are the Revengers! I am Captain Puerto Rico! I am Antonio Starr! We will take care of this evildoer! Stand back! Unity! Are those paper plates? Yeah. This is just annoying! Be careful, Esteban! Oh, you be cool! Your unibeam seems to have no effect! And harder! Hit him harder! Sad for all of us. How does he have so much health? Come on!
Square Enix and Crystal Dynamics teamed up last year for a blockbuster movie licensed game. Only it wasn't really movie licensed, refusing to use the likeness of all the characters that we love and that are super popular right now. Instead, going with discount rate looking heroes, using the game as a live service platform for a looter shooter like experience. Only this game has some of the worst loot I've ever come across. It's just the fucking thing just felt so damn corporate, and everybody picked up on that. Corporate giveaways, branded deals, exclusive skins, product tie-ins galore.
I also won one from Verizon as a Verizon Up member. I know of at least 4 or 5 people that got them, and those prizes that you could get through Butterfinger were available for free 90 days later. There's been some 5 gums spotted at Walmart with Avengers branding on it. And then there's this batch of skins that you can allegedly get from Virgin, which I believe is in Europe. And then we've got, of course, the 5 gum, which apparently you can get this Kamala Khan bubble blowing thing.
It just seemed to lose focus on what it was supposed to fucking do and be. You barely show powerful as a hero. Its greatest defense. Huzzah, motherfuckers! I am Al Gore.
Ow! Yes, ow! What the fuck?
I don't know why that sound was so funny. It's not really that funny.
What kind of armor are these assholes wearing that the heart of a dying star, when it hits them at full swing, doesn't immediately liquefy them?
Restrictive, dumb costumes. A lack of well-known villains from a huge... And then fix it later goes again.
Yeah.
We go to the source.
Pointed with me.
Everyone's doing it.
No.
Come on, how about some live service?
You're supposed to be setting an example for the other kids, not joining them and encouraging this shit.
I'm all right. I don't need any of that. People would be so disappointed with me.
Everyone's doing it.
No.
Come on, how about some
Really?
live service? Look at that. You don't even have to finish the game. You release it in whatever stage you want. It'll make you feel so
For
good.
real? I don't have to finish the game?
Try it. Just a little puff.
Okay.
Just a little bit.
Oh, okay.
Here,
Okay.
Let me help.
Asesino.
You're better than this. You know, I'm sorry I have to do this to you, but detention. Detention for the rest of the semester. No, detention until this entire situation is fixed. Get out of my sight. I can't even look at you anymore. Turn your life around. You still can.
Golpe.
And stop
Vas
hanging
en
out with
primer
the back
lugar.
crowd. God, how do I reach these kids? Cyberpunk 2077. They fucked it up. Like a disappointed father or teacher, I had to sit CD Projekt Red down and stage an intervention, okay? What the hell did they think they were doing? Why join all the other delinquents doing stupid shit after years of saying they'd never fucking do that? Cyberpunk's release was so bad that Sony decided to pull the game from its digital stores. This is a far cry away from what we all expected from CD Projekt Red, a game company that we love and respected that made Witcher 3 for Christ's sake. Well, it seems instead of taking what they learned from that series, it's like they just made another Witcher 1. Hell, no. Even Witcher 1 was in better shape than this game. It's not that the game is just a hilarious, a buggy, memey mess.
I need your body, I'll fucking... Dick. Why do you come here? For fun? For power? Looking for a shock to the system? Yeah.
But instead, fundamental aspects and systems and game mechanics are completely broken.
Duh. Because before they put a bullet in you, you'll make this whole city burn.
Oh my god, my head! I got no head! What the fuck? Oh, shit! Oh, fuck!
Cyberpunk 2077. Pre-order now.
AI, police, a fucking serious lack of shit to do. Each day goes by, and you realize more and more just how far Cyberpunk missed the mark in attempting to create this living open world that's fun and interesting. In fact, I highly recommend watching Actman's recent video just to see how completely it misses its own mark. Only the story itself and the relationship with Johnny really managed to leave any amount of impact. The journey, though, it's memorable for all the wrong reasons.
Oh, shit, what? I don't... Where... Just... Fuck this!
Pan Am. I mean... I
Come on, limp dicks.
Okay.
Cyberpunk stands as a cautionary tale that even giants may fall to simple things. Get it right the first time. Release it when it's ready.
Cyberpunk 2077 may no longer be the mystery it once was, but work on it is far from over. True to the promise made in 2013, it's still coming when it's ready.
Have direction.
There's a whole bunch to see and fuck all to do in Night City.
All right, I'm here at the casino, boys. Now who's ready to lose some money? I can't gamble here.
Be honest.
We've greatly enhanced our crowd and community systems to create the most believable city in any open-world game to date.
Liar! Do not overhype your game.
It's like, I want to get invested. I want to help these factions take over land or convince them to fight each other. Why aren't there any massive battles?
Because the AI can hardly handle walking in a straight line?
Cyberpunk 2077, or shall I say Cyberbug 2076, was not ready, and it may not have been for a whole nother fucking year. Hell, maybe even 2 years after some of the shit that they were promising.
The team left E3 with over 100 media awards. For a community of PlayStation gamers who had waited so long to see the game in action, the words of the media weren't enough. They had to see it for themselves. 2 months later, their wish came true.
Rockstar learns from this experience, fixes what we have, and then stays on the right path in the future. Yeah, that one hurt. I never thought it'd be on here, but it is. And that was the top 10 most disappointing games, these games that had the opportunity to really entertain us in 2020, but ended up making things worse, making us even more depressed in that year. But it's not over. Oh, no. The next list, yeah, the next list will drive you insane because it's the top 10 worst games. Guys, leave your top 10 most disappointing games in the comments below and buckle up. We got a real doozy coming up. I'll see you guys on the next Angry Joe Show. Oh, shit. I don't want to do it. No! Why do you make me do this?
Quedan 5 minutos. Muerte de victoria. Asesino de Infinity. Elimina al equipo enemigo.
Nuclear energy creates an uneasy feeling of danger for many people. Ancient and dangerous, concentrated to awaken seemingly unnatural powers, creating horribly toxic elements that, if they escape, can and have killed people in horrible ways. How many people has nuclear energy killed, and how?
Fin del juego. Victoria.
Nuclear energy has been a thing since 1951, and since then, there have been around 30 reported accidents globally. Most of them were pretty minor compared to the two disasters everybody is familiar with, Fukushima and Chernobyl. Chernobyl is undoubtedly the worst nuclear accident in history for a number of reasons. The reactor technology was old and ill-prepared for emergencies, and the government response was slow and more concerned about image than damage control. Still, only 31 people died directly in the accident. But what makes nuclear energy scary is not reactors blowing up, but the radiation they release. So the real question is, how many deaths through cancer and other diseases will Chernobyl cause? Here things get really complicated because you dip right into controversy, and just discussing the different estimates and how they were calculated deserves a video of its own. The most pessimistic estimate comes from a study commissioned by the European Green Party and projects up to 60,000 premature deaths by the year 2065. Most scientific studies come up with numbers much lower than this. The WHO has estimated that in total, the long-term death toll will be around 4,000. While the UN Scientific Committee on the Effects of Atomic Radiation concluded that even this figure could be too high. For more details on this, check our research document. The second big nuclear accident was Fukushima Daiichi in 2011. Fukushima did not only operate with much better technology that was less dangerous in the first place, much better security measures were in place, and the official response was fast and decisive. And so the current death toll is only 573. The major difference here is that these deaths were not a consequence of radiation. They were indirect deaths from the stress of the evacuation of the areas around the reactors and occurred almost entirely in older populations. Estimates of the possible long-term deaths from radiation vary widely, from none at all to about 1,000. In terms of the other long-term consequences, an increase in thyroid cancer in children has been observed, but according to the WHO, this is related to the increased screening rates. By 2018, there had been only one confirmed death among workers as a result of radiation-induced lung cancer. Now, let's compare this to renewable energy. Solar, wind, and geothermal energy basically only cause deaths as a result of construction and maintenance accidents. Unfortunately, their current share of global energy is pretty low. The major player in renewable energy is hydropower, which mostly means building dams and letting water flow through turbines from a higher elevation to a lower elevation. In total, hydro has been the most fatal in terms of accidents, with hundreds of thousands of deaths in the last half-century. One accident clearly stands out, the 1975 Bankao hydroelectric dam failure in China, which has striking similarities to Chernobyl. Old technology, poor design, and poor management by authoritarian governments concerned about appearances. In a nutshell, a massive typhoon triggered intense flooding that destroyed the dam and, subsequently, a number of smaller dams in a chain reaction, unleashing a flood of over 15 billion cubic meters of water in total. Kilometer-wide waves as high as buildings devastated thousands of square kilometers of countryside and countless communities. All in all, the death toll from just this one accident and its direct consequences is estimated to lie between 85,000 to 240,000. But all of these deaths caused by nuclear and renewable energy are actually negligible in comparison to the real killer energy source, fossil fuel, the most widely used source of energy and electricity. When we burn fossil fuels to heat up,
Primer golpe.
Vas en primer lugar. Racha asesina. Matanza de francotirador. Frenesí asesino. Venganza. Quedan 5 minutos. Racha asesina. Fin del juego.
Help water and make turbines spin, or to cause mini explosions to move cars with internal combustion engines, gases like ozone, sulfur dioxide, carbon monoxide, and nitrogen dioxide are released into the atmosphere. Breathing in these gases disrupts lung function, which aggravates chronic conditions like asthma and bronchitis, and causes a wide range of respiratory and cardiovascular diseases. But even more dangerous is the fine particle pollution burning fossil fuels causes. A mixture of solid and liquid droplets of poisonous substances as small as 2.5 microns in diameter. They easily find their way deep into your lungs and increase the risk of deadly diseases like lung cancer, stroke, and heart disease. Fossil fuel-related air pollution is the #1 cause of environmental-related deaths in the world. According to the WHO, it accounts for 29% of all cases of lung cancer, 17% of deaths from acute lower respiratory infection, 24% from stroke, 25% from ischemic heart disease, and 43% from chronic obstructive pulmonary disease. All in all, outside air pollution adds up to the deaths of 4 million people each year. What makes air pollution especially problematic and sinister is the fact that the damage it causes happens very gradually, which makes it hard for our brains that didn't evolve with subtle dangers in mind to realize the scope of the problem. Collectively, air pollution from fossil fuels is estimated to have killed around 100 million people in the past 50 years. But wait, is that really fair? Fossil fuels also provide over 80% of global energy, so it makes sense that they cause the most deaths. So let's compare deaths per energy unit. Deaths per energy unit produced. A few studies have compared the death rates from different energy sources per 1 terawatt-hour. That's about the annual energy consumption of 27,000 EU citizens, or 12,600 US citizens. To produce that much energy for 1 year, coal causes 25 deaths, oil causes 18, and natural gas 3. Renewable energy causes 1 death every few decades. And nuclear, in the worst case, nuclear energy would cause 1 death every 14 years. One study even found that nuclear energy actually saved 2 million lives between 1971 and 2009 by displacing fossil fuels from the global energy mix. The numbers are clear. Even when using wildly pessimistic numbers, nuclear energy is among the safest forms of energy generation, and at a time when we're struggling to slow down rapid climate change, it's a really valuable low-carbon option. However, all these facts still leave one major argument that is fielded against nuclear power. Opponents of nuclear energy argue that nuclear waste and its lack of long-term storage solutions is an unacceptable problem and risk, while proponents of nuclear energy say that until renewable energies are able to cover the complete energy demands of mankind, it's arguably safer to store nuclear waste for the time being than to inhale poisonous gases and promote rapid climate change. But a detailed discussion about nuclear waste would go too far here. More about it in our sources. Let us know if you'd like a whole video about it. So looking at the comparative death rates, it's a bit concerning that some countries are replacing nuclear energy with fossil fuels, mostly coal. Especially Germany and Japan have been the most active in dismantling their nuclear fleet. In a ploy to appease the public, the German government shut down 11 of its 17 nuclear facilities and plans to close the remaining reactors in 2022. The immediate gap in energy production was filled by temporarily increasing coal production, the energy source with the largest health impacts and the worst consequences for climate change. A 2019 analysis concluded that as a consequence, the nuclear phase-out has led to 1,100 avoidable deaths per year in Germany due to the increased air pollution in the years after 2010. So, in conclusion, nuclear energy feels way more dangerous than it actually is. No matter how you look at it, the one thing we should strive to get rid of as quickly as possible are fossil fuels to prevent the deaths they cause each year and to slow down climate change. Regardless of how much you personally care about climate change issues or which energy source you favor, saving millions of lives should be something we can all agree on. Maybe you've actually made some kind of resolution to try and be more sustainable this year. Or maybe your goals are more about you as a person and you'd like to pick up some new skills. Still being stuck mostly inside is the perfect time to work on that plan. We've partnered with Skillshare, an online learning community that offers thousands of classes for all skill levels in tons of creative skills like illustration, animation, or film and video. But you could also dive into classes about productivity, growing houseplants, or interior design, all perfect for making your time at home more enjoyable and learning something new. You get unlimited access to all classes for less than $10 a month with an annual premium membership. And the first 1,000 Kurzgesagt viewers to click the link in the description will get a free trial. And if you can't decide which class to take, maybe get started with something super practical, like learning how to best approach your creative process. We liked Productivity for Creatives. Build a system that brings out your best by Thomas Frank. But whatever makes you feel good and gives you new ideas is worth a try. If you want to get creative with new skills and support Kurzgesagt, give it a go.
Quedan 5 minutos.
Venganza.
Fin del juego.
Asesino.